Welcome everyone to today's tutorial. Today we're going to be learning how to use the 2.1 objects and pretty much every single object that has these like weird corners and you might say, well, it's pretty easy. You just have to kind of like manually align them and all that, but that's pretty much impossible and it takes ages. There are a bunch of systems to help you with that, which is why I want to make this video. And also I've seen a lot of people doing, for example, let's say this stuff, right? They kind of generate a block like that, which doesn't really look that good, and that's not how you're supposed to use it. So if we change the color to, let's say, that, and then we make it like that, you can see that it doesn't really make any sense. Like in here we have a very sharp cut, and over here as well, it doesn't really look smooth. By the way, if you want to change the color of an object, just select it, click on edit object, and then base, make it 7, detail, make it 8, and then in here, while having it selected, just click in here and you can change the color of all of the objects that have those color ID. Alright, so how do we exactly do these things, and what the heck is going on? So first of all, pretty much all of these objects that came out in 2.2 and 2.1, like these ones or those ones or the rock ones or the finger dash ones or these guys, they all have a almost exact formula on how to use them. So there are always 4 objects. You will always find 4 types, and the way to use them correctly is to put the first one in here and then the second one right after it, and the third one is gonna come down here, and then the fourth one is gonna come over here. And you guys can see that this is very nice looking, and especially if we now copy and paste it and do that, you guys can see that it's starting to look phenomenal, exactly what we want. Now some people can only do this and then they copy and paste it and then flip it like that, which if you copy and paste a lot of times, you can see that it doesn't really, it looks like it's very copy and pasted, whereas this one doesn't look like that and it is very smooth. However, if you kind of focus too much on it, you're gonna see that it's copy and pasted. But come on, people that are gonna see this are gonna be, bemusing themselves throughout your levels, so they're not gonna be able to notice. And this is the way to actually use these blocks. Now, there are also these guys, which are pretty difficult to use, so we want to place this one here, that one there, and so on, to basically have like an outline for this. But there's actually a much easier way to also add outlines to these guys. Like imagine having to place these edges on its own. It's pretty hard. So the way to do it is actually to select everything that you want to apply like an outline to, and click on here and just click on create extras. I literally just realized that the create extras button has actually been bugged. It doesn't work anymore. It used to work, I am very sure, but right now it's bugged, and I didn't actually know that. It only works with this one, which if you create on it, it doesn't really do much. Just creates this thing. So if you're watching in a future update, if you do this and actually click on extras like this one, it might actually work for you. But if it doesn't, I have a better solution. And for that, you're gonna have to quit the editor for now and search in here auto build templates, and then what's gonna happen is that you're gonna find this level by Abu Al-Hassan. So this, you want to copy it, dude, W to this guy in the comments, because now if you copy the level and then go here, you're gonna see that this guy made pretty much a template for every single block. Like this guy he's a beast, W. So, and that includes all of these guys, which is exactly what we want, as well as these ones. Okay, now these ones I'm pretty sure aren't too correctly placed, but whatever. We're gonna work with the rocky ones. So now what you want to do is go ahead and select all of these guys, and then you want to just copy it and just exit the level and then go to your level, which in our case I believe is this one. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and paste it. So go in here and paste it, and you should see that. Now that's pretty cool, because now we can actually create a template specifically for this type of objects. To do that, we're just gonna go ahead and actually make a bit of distance between all of them so that the game actually knows how to calculate these, because we really want this to be perfect, otherwise it's not gonna be very cool, right? Okay, so there's a couple of problems that I'd like to fix in here, which is pretty simple to fix. So these guys, we're just gonna select all of them by actually going to the layer, and we're gonna go to edit group and make them on D2, D3, yeah, D3 sounds good. See, now it looks much cleaner. All right, pretty easy. Now there are these bit of visual bugs, but they really can't be fixed. So what you could just do is just place a block like that on top of it, and that's pretty much it. But you're gonna see that these things are not gonna occur while you're doing your stuff, unless you really want to make like a complex block, which you can really prevent doing. So then you want to select everything without this one, of course, and you're gonna click on edit special, and you're gonna see this menu. I have made a full tutorial on the auto build, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. So you want to click on browse and then add a new one. Let's call it finger dash rocks, and then what you want to do is exit and then use it, and then go back and then click on template. That's it. Now what you have done is, instead of having to actually create these and then going to extras, what you can do is simply go to this one secret object, that one. You can find it immediately before the default blocks. So you want to just do this, select all of them, edit special. You want to make sure that finger dash rocks are still in use, so in browse and then use, and then just create. Yep, I guess, okay, now I know exactly why these things don't work. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The reason why this doesn't work is because of the way the templates work. So remember how we said we need a 4 block like so, but the template actually works using a 1 block. So you can't use 2 blocks. So what it's doing is that it's just copying and pasting the same thing over and over again over here, which is why if you actually just crop out some of it and kind of stick them together, it's going to start making a bit of sense. But yeah, again, this is because it doesn't really make any sense, because when you create a long block, what the system is doing is just doing that and then copying and pasting what's in the middle, because usually it works with all the different blocks. Like for example, if you use, let's say we use the rob top ones that I have created previously, which one is it? That one? Yeah, I think it's this one. So it's called new. I'm gonna use it and create. See, like now it has created that, and yeah, it doesn't really matter here because this is always the exact same copied and pasted. So as of right now, there isn't really a way to do it, which means this template is wrong unless Rob really wanna like get deep into this, which I really don't think he is. But yeah, that's a big L. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what to do, whether to even upload this video or not. So we're just gonna see what's gonna happen, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Unfortunately, today I discovered that we actually learned a bunch of things today, so I'm not gonna call it a waste. We learned that the create extras doesn't work at all, and we also learned that, by the way, create extras, in case you guys came in 2.2, there was in 2.1 there was a button called like create edges and all of that, and they used to work. So like the system exists, but in 2.2 it got bugged out or something. So, and we also learned that the auto build system is actually a bit more complicated, and yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen in future updates. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys.